The fundamental Islamic values of faith, compassion, and righteousness act as a compass to guide us in the correct path throughout life. The lessons found in the Quran and the Sunnah have an effect on how one can successfully live a life that is satisfying in terms of social, moral, and spiritual aspects. Examining the value of diversity and an inclusive mindset in the context of Islam is crucial. Numerous cultures, languages, and customs have been skillfully integrated by Allah into human society, and our religious teachings place a strong emphasis on the importance of accepting and honoring these differences. The diversity among us makes our communities more cohesive and serves as an example of the wonders that Allah has created. It is crucial that we see our differences as a chance for mutual understanding and personal development in line with Islamic principles. It is imperative that a cordial working relationship be maintained. This essay will examine the importance of individual responsibility in the context of Islam. The understanding that every person is accountable for their own actions and the effects those actions have on society, the environment, and themselves is a core component of our faith. This sense of accountability promotes a conscientious lifestyle, where we strive to remember our duties to Allah, to ourselves, and to the communities where we conduct business. It is our duty to make every effort to realize our full potential, to atone for our transgressions, and to lead sincere and meaningful lives. Think about how Islam views matters of reconciliation and peace. The peace precepts ingrained in our faith have an impact on both how we approach resolving conflicts and how we interact with others. Islam's teachings tell us to actively seek out peaceful solutions to disputes, to forgive others, and to actively work toward rapprochement when there is disagreement. Maintaining peace is essential to the community's general health and to the growth of positive relationships between people who interact with one another. An example of the openness and missionary spirit associated with our faith is the practice of dawah, which is inviting others to become followers of Islam. In the context of Islam, dawah refers to the practice of sharing the teachings of the faith by leading a life that complies with its tenets. This is an invitation to disseminate the deep understanding, compassion, and respect that are connected to Islam in order to highlight the many wonderful attributes that it holds. Islam places a high priority on environmental stewardship and encourages the adoption of preventative conservation measures. We acknowledge that it is our duty to preserve nature and have a great deal of respect for it. Our religious beliefs are the source of this respect. Good stewardship includes the following: adhering to sustainable practices, protecting biodiversity, and using resources responsibly. Developing an interest in environmental preservation is one way to show respect for Allah's creation and to help the planet and its inhabitants. Consider the significance Islam attaches to community well-being and the pursuit of social justice. As an example, we are forced to dedicate ourselves to making a positive difference in society, fighting for equality, and advancing social justice because of our unshakable commitment to our faith. The advancement of the oppressed and equality are both crucial. According to Islamic teachings, we have a duty to actively combat injustice, support oppressed people, and support programs aimed at enhancing society and promoting equal opportunities. for everyone to succeed. Finally, it is imperative that we remain receptive to new ideas, practice introspection, and make a firm commitment to living by the high moral standards that Islam upholds. We hope and pray that these lessons will fortify us, encourage us to act, and equip us to offer significant contributions to society. We pray that Allah grants us the discernment to follow His will, the bravery to apply His teachings, and the kindness to show His love and kindness to all living things, actually allowed to manifest. The Islamic concept of shukr, or Muslims' act of gratitude expression, is one of the most significant parts of the religion. This causes a change in our viewpoint and instills in us the desire to acknowledge and be grateful for Allah's blessings in every area of our lives. Gratitude does not mean inaction. Rather, it drives us to use the means that Allah has provided for us in order to actively serve Him and His creation. Consequently, this enhances our religious beliefs and makes it possible for us to live happier, more fulfilled lives. When faced with challenging situations, remember the value of patience or sabr. According to Islamic teachings, true patience encompasses not only the capacity to endure hardship, but also the capacity to greet it with assurance and hope, putting faith in Allah's knowledge and guidance. Our belief is strengthened and our resilience is strengthened as we work to trust the divine plan. Consider the Muslim perspective that the family is the main social support system in a community. Families are treasured so highly because they provide the most ideal nurturing environment for an individual's spiritual, moral, and social development. The family is a highly esteemed and valued institution in Islam, and it is tasked with guarding and raising the Ummah's offspring. The family now holds a sacred status as a result. Furthermore, close relationships between members of the same family are highly valued in the religion. Zakat is a practice that demonstrates our commitment to advancing social justice and empathy. It is regarded as one of the most fundamental principles of Islam. Zakat embodies the core Islamic principles of altruism and kindness toward the underprivileged by redistributing community resources. This fosters social cohesiveness and lessens poverty. It is imperative to consider the significance that Islam accords to community cohesion. Muslims should support one another and maintain their unity, as stressed by our faith. Muslims help each other whenever they can, no matter how good or bad the situation may be. This is how they demonstrate the generosity and kindness that are central to Islam. This contributes to bolstering the Ummah's overall unity. Considering, for instance, the cultural and religious significance of Islamic art and architecture. Magnificent illustrations of Islamic architecture and artwork of the highest caliber. We feel a sense of pride and fulfillment, knowing that we are Muslims when we reflect on our cultural and historical heritage. We make a deliberate effort to unite and create a cohesive community. In addition to having a deep appreciation for all that Allah has created, followers of Islam are urged to partake in the contemplative and mindfulness practice known as tafakkur. This practice is meant to help one reflect on the amazing things that Allah has created, as well as the significance of their own existence. Those who contemplate have the potential to gain a deeper comprehension of spirituality, a greater respect for the divine, and the ability to live more purposeful and mindful lives. Ultimately, let us strive to successfully integrate Islamic principles into every aspect of our lives, demonstrate a deep sense of empathy, and assume a great deal of responsibility. Our hopes and prayers are that these lessons will become a compass for us, expand our knowledge, and to enable us to positively influence not just our local communities, but also those that are larger than ourselves. I pray that Allah gives us the discernment to understand and be grateful for His gifts, the strength to go on in the face of adversity, and the kindness to devote our entire being to serving His creation, actually allowed to manifest.